and open up the arms. Now a little bit, good morning everyone. Now on the exhale, you're gonna bring your hands down to the floor. We're easing into this as we all come in. And if you want to skip the vinyasa, you can just meet in down dog. If you would like a vinyasa, bend your elbows, open up your heart, inhale into up dog, and then you can go in towards the down dog. And we'll together take 5, 4, let your heels press, let your hands push. 3, we're just saying good morning body, good morning breath. Full breath, pushing as the body warms up a little deeper to the floor. And now come up to your hands, halfway position, go all the way up, and then take it to the side with your half moon. And keep pulling your own hand. So your arms are, you're holding hands and you're pulling. Beautiful. Hello everyone. 5, 4. Adding on if you would like, you can put your foot down. You can put your foot down and cross it, and you can add on the arm reaching. Now the breath is really focused on this rib cage stretch. Reach and open. Feel how your body subtly gives in some more. Now we're going to go up. Both feet are underneath your hips at this moment. You can even pull on your own hand. You're giving yourself a little assist. The breath goes into that high rib cage. Feel how your body warms up here. How the breath can get in more nooks and crannies. You can add your hand coming down and your foot crossing. Keep reaching, keep breathing, keep going. 4, 3, 2. And we're going to take that inhale into the rib cage again. And going up, both feet are going to be underneath the hips. You'll go into a little extension. So your upper back gets a stretch. Your exhale can bring down the hands. Now you can meet me in down dog, or you can do the vinyasa. Elbows bend by your side. Inhale up dog if you're doing vinyasa. And then exhale down dog. This time, walk the dog by bending one knee and letting one heel get more attention down to the floor. Bend one knee and press, and press, and press. Now both heels are going to be lifting at the same time, and then both heels lower at the same time. Go up, down, up, down, and inhale. Now leave the heels down. 5, hands push strong. 4. Now lower the shins just for a moment and take a cat-cow. So you're really focusing on all the spine, getting extension and flexion. Yes, curl the lumbar, go middle, go upper, and again. And then exhale one more. If you would like to stay here, stay here. If you would like to go up dog, down dog articulation, you'll push your hips back. You'll lift your heels. You'll go lumbar, middle, upper, and then you'll go into up dog. So you could do cat-cow, or you could do a down dog, up dog, and let your breath and let your spine be your focus. So feel the back getting your attention. Inhale. And exhale. Lift, lumbar, middle, upper. Tuck, upper, middle, lower, lumbar, middle, upper. And one more time. Tuck, upper. Good job. And then lower the shins just for a moment. Push back, child's pose. Come through forearm plank, hold, shoulder blades down the back. Waking up the belly, waking up the shoulders. Keep feeling the belly lift. Since gravity's pulling down, you're lightly pulling the belly up and in. 10 more. 5 more. 2 more. Lower the pelvis on either a sphinx, which is elbows, or push yourself higher. Now check in with the neck because we're going to be here for a little bit. So find a comfortable place. You may change it as your body changes in the stretch and you're waking up. Now the inhale is through the nose, your ribs, your back. Feel the breath. Hold here, 5 more. Soften the jaw, soften the eyes. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Now either a child pose or a down dog. So if you would like to take down dog from here, you'll push up in, it's like you're a piece of plywood and then push back. If you're taking child's pose, take that and then press into down dog to meet. And then step or walk up to those hands. Now it's a halfway position, like you're stretching your crown forward to the wall in front and the sit bones to the back. Now with your blood pressure in check, go all the way up and even back. Inhale. This is a back bend standing. And then your hands are going to come to your heart. Take a sip if you would like and meet me back here. We're going to continue. Going to open up. Now the legs are wider. One slight rule of thumb is that the feet are underneath your wrist. We're going to take those feet out and right foot to the side and just bend the right knee. This is the Vinyasa yoga technique where you pump or move a little bit and you're observing. How does my leg feel? How do my inner thighs feel? And is my knee tracking in line with my second toe? And then we're going to leave the knee over. Should feel a little warmer now. But now we're going to do a little Vinyasa yoga with the upper body. So you can take your torso towards the back thigh and then towards the front thigh. Now also sweeping the arms. We'll just do about 5 of these. You can go lower if your body's feeling warmer or as your body's feeling warmer. It's hard to do it wrong. I want you to just have fun. But you'll notice you get a little warmer and you feel, oh yeah, my inner thigh's a little sore, or oh, my ankles feel stable. You'll figure out how your body's feeling. Now the next time that your left hand is towards your left thigh, you can stay there and you can hold Parvriti Virabhadrasana. Double check your right knees over that ankle. Your left thigh is spiraling back as opposed to thrusting forward. It's spiraling back. If you were on a wall, both left and right fanny cheeks would be on that wall behind you. 10, 9. Keep reaching like someone's pulling your arm. When we open up these respiration muscles, it's easier to take a breath during the day, which is energy, and it's easier to stay upright in a good posture during the day. So these type of stretches where we're expanding the ribs in lateral flexion are really helpful for posture and energy. Now we're going to come back to a shoulder blade down the back, warrior 2. Looking over that hand. Now energize, so every cell, every muscle has an intention. You're actively reaching to the side walls. I'm going to look at you, but you can be looking over that hand. Breathe fully so you feel this inhale coming in your nose to your belly, your ribs, and your chest. It's a lifted, proud chest lift here. So a lift in your chest. One more, just a full breath. Now this front hand or arm is going to start coming down to the thigh maybe. The other arm's over possibly. Maybe you're going to go lower and just spiral your torso back. Imagine you're on a wall behind you and your body's both shoulders, both hips are on that wall. 10. Good. 9. Now the breath adds a stretch everywhere. 8, 4, 3, 2. Now with your inhale, gracefully come up, straighten that one knee, pivot your other foot towards the other wall. Now a little vinyasa, bend that knee, straighten, bend that knee, bend that knee. And then your knee will stay over the ankle. You can even visually inspect to make sure your cue's in line with how it feels. Look over that, and then we're going to do a little vinyasa upper body. So a nice challenge is to try not to touch the legs while you're doing this and just reach through your fingers. But see, maybe you'll go lower. Yeah, up. Inhale. Yeah, have fun. It's your waking up routine. It's your morning. Your body will send signals and you can listen to those. And then right about here, we'll take a Parvriti Virabhadrasana. And you can just stay back where you imagine your whole body's against a wall. That front knee's on top of that ankle. And you're breathing into any side rib cage, any muscle here that you can. I have an image of putting a flashlight in an attic and you're trying to look at every single corner or space in that dark attic. So you're trying to breathe into every little space of your ribs. Now, get ready. We're going to inhale and come up to vertical. Glide the blades down. It's almost like a puzzle. They just fit. Now look over that hand. You might check your knee if you tend to feel a little struggle with where the knee is in space. Just look down. You should be able to see it's over the ankle and you can see the big toe. Full breath. Let your inhale help you lift your heart. The more stretched out your legs are, the harder it is. If you need it easier, you walk your feet in and kind of have less of a thigh demand. Big inhale, feel that chest. Now this front arm will start coming down to the front thigh, left to left. The right arm could go over. Now maybe you want to go a little lower. I want you to feel it out. Spiral your torso towards the back. 10. Yeah. There you go. That's it. Good, Jean. Now breathe into that rib cage. Lengthen your elbow as it warms up. Yeah. Open, open, open. Stretch, stretch, stretch. 3, 2. As if a string is attached to your top arm, gracefully let it pull you up. Take the knee straight. Now we're going to go right down the middle, but we're going to add on. So walk your fingers forward, and this is called the hammock pose. It's like your down dog meets your wide-legged pose. You might even pull your toes in more and your heels out wider so you're more internally rotated. Feel the outer calf stretching. Feel the shoulders releasing. Relax the neck. This is a good place to do a gentle shake if you're not sure if you're holding on to any tension. Lengthen those knees. Lift the sit bones. Feel how your legs are getting longer. Release any tension. Now you can stay here or you can lift your heels and go into an up dog with wide knees and then press back down dog. And we'll do 3 of those if you would like the add-on. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Beautiful. And one more. Inhale. And then exhale. Now we're going to walk our hands back Leave the right hand or knuckles down and open up your left arm. And you're using the breath to help you rotate. So your inhale is opening you and your exhale might rotate you more. Okay, take that inhale. And then that other hand comes down. Reach the other arm up so you're in a windmill. And act like someone's also pulling your arm up and back, up and back. Make your neck happy though, it shouldn't feel any strain. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1, lower down. Now this is mobility. We're going to bend a knee and bend the other. I want you to listen to your body. You may just do baby bends and you might go lower. And if you have any knee issues down, you might just go to each leg long. Yeah, there you go. Good, Shereen, making room for yourself. And you're going to be staying on the right side, however that looks to you. Just stay on the right side. It could be a long knee, it could be a wrap, it could be a little bend, it could be a bigger bend. Yeah, just enjoy. I like it. Inhale. Ooh, gorgeous. Open. And exhale to the other side. I like to use my hands to assist going over. And just find out what you need. A low bend, a little bend, a long knee. Just a tension more on one side. Good. Yeah, find out. Inhale. Now on your exhale, we're going to come back up and just kind of let your hand hold on to the opposite elbow, both sides, and just dangle a little bit like you're the bottom of a bell. Inhale. Now we're going to bring our hands up to our hip bones and take as much time as you need, but you're going to be coming up and you're going to be doing a little bit of a extension, which is a back bend. Almost like you're pulling your spine out of your hips. Breathe in. And then exhale, you're back into a vertical position. You're stepping, jumping, or walking your feet back in, hands to the heart, samastitihi. Grab a sip and meet me back here. See how your hips feel though. I bet they feel amazing. So let them have a stretch. And then a little movement here, a little, just kind of keeping the body warm. We'll inhale and lift up the arms. Now exhale, pass through Utkatasana posture, which is also called chair or awkward. Your hips are back. Now your hands come down. Now you can meet me in down dog, or you can do a vinyasa where you bend your elbows and you inhale up dog. Look over your right shoulder if you're there, just for a moment. And then look over your left shoulder. And then meet me in neutral neck and lift the hips and do a down dog. Toe in on this down dog, so you're pigeon toed. That'll open up the SI joint. See how that feels for you. Push the hands into the floor. 5. Now both heels are straight. Both forearms come down. Dolphin. Keep pressing your heels back. You're noticing that your heels are probably more off the ground. Now, from here, we're going to be doing down dog, but I want you to, if you would like a challenge, push both hands into the floor and peel your elbows off the mat at the same time. If that doesn't work, just do one at a time. Really good. Now, we're going to take a step, a jump, a walk up to your hands. Any way you need to get there, halfway up. Now, open up a back bend posture. You're standing up, go up. Inhale, stretch, hands to the heart. Now I'm making room. The right foot stays where it needs to, where it is. The left foot goes back softly as if there's lions in the room and you don't want to wake them. Take those arms into 3 humongous circles. So we're trying to always keep our shoulders healthy. They're a ball and socket, so think as big a circle as you can. Now grab or your hands maybe behind you or your elbows or a namaste reverse. Now breathe in and then exhale, forward fold. You're gonna notice what kind of soft knee do you need? What kind of lengthened knee do you need to feel a stretch? Gaze towards the toes. Now take an inhale, and you can use your balance, push your feet into the floor and go beyond midline. You can lift up your arms, lift up your heels, and try to stretch up to the sky. Heels up, arms up, breathe in. Lower the heels softly, and then here we go to Samastitihi, left foot next to the right, and then right foot back like lions are in the room. You do not want to wake them. Their feet are about 4 feet apart. We'll take 3 more of these arm circles. Humongous range of motion. Inhale, pain-free. Good, up and around. Now interlace your fingers or hold on to your own elbows or namaste reverse. Find a shoulder stretch that works for you, that opens the arms. Inhale, exhale, and you're hinging forward, and your feet are in a railroad track position, not a tightrope. All right. Left hip steers back, right hip steers forward. We're going to take that inhale and push your feet into the floor and beyond vertical. You're going into extension. Lengthen the knees, lengthen the arms. Go into a heel raise, both feet if you can. So you're balancing across your toes. 5, 4, there you go. Lifting up, a little back bend here. Your torso is extending if you can. Your heart's shining to the sky. Lower the heels with control. Your back foot will meet your front foot, Samastitihi. Beautiful, and grab a sip. Really good. You all look beautiful, graceful. The transitions are looking like they're as important to you as the posture. Looking good. We're going to be taking one vinyasa here, so it's an open up arm. Now exhale to squat your Utkatasana. Hands come down. And then we're going to be adding on the hands to the floor near the feet. You can meet me in down dog, or you can do a vinyasa with me. Bend the elbows with inhale, up dog. Lift the hips and add a push up, down dog. Hold. If you'd like to add on, left foot's going to push on your right heel, and you'll stretch that calf. If you need a little bit more intensity, go down to that forearm plank, that forearm dolphin again, and push the left foot on the right heel. Really lengthen that calf. Lift the sit bone, push the heel down. And then put the other foot down and let the right foot push on the left heel. Really lift the sit bone while you're pressing the heel down. Keep lengthening, keep pressing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take an inhale, and then both hands are going to be down dog. Inhale, and on your exhale, step or jump or walk up to your hands, halfway position. Now go all the way up. Always notice your blood pressure here. Make sure it's feeling balanced. Bring your hands to your heart. Samastitihi, open up the legs, and this is 5-pointed star. That rule of thumb is that your wrists are roughly over your ankles or your feet, and then lift up your right toes and point them towards the right wall. Pretend I'm pulling your arm and stretching, stretching, stretching until you're kind of out of room. Your bones hit each other in a soft way, and that's your triangle. You don't have to force it to the floor. You can take different positions here, and I want you to explore. Maybe you'll do an arm over your ear. Maybe you'll put your arm behind your back, and that's a shoulder opener. Now the bottom arm, it's very tempting to kind of roll it forward. Try to roll that bottom arm down the back so the shoulder blade goes down the back. That a girl. All right, try that. And stretch and breathe into that rib cage. Those intercostals get our attention here. The posture might change from where you started. It's okay. You're going with your gut. Stretch out through your hands even. Yeah. Take an inhale. Now we're going to power but graceful. So it's a calm confidence. Come up, pivot your feet. Now the other foot is going to face that side wall. Go over, 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 over. Yeah, good. Someone's pulling your arm, and then you'll come down. Now maybe that top arm will go over your ear. Maybe it'll go behind your back. Now the bottom arm, that's the one that's accidentally easy for me to forget. We want to roll it down the back too. Good. 10. Now the breath. Fill up all the nooks and crannies of this top rib cage. Nice. Play around. The posture might change. Nothing's really totally static in these postures. We're breathing. Our body's responding. Soften the jaw, soften the eyes, soften the skull muscles, the scalp. Good. 5. Keep reaching, keep opening. Big breath in. Exhale, come up. Pivot those feet. Now step or walk in together. Woo! Hands at the heart. Samastitihi, and we're going to take a sip. Wonderful job. Meet me back there at Samastitihi. Take a sip. And I want you to listen to your knees. Karen, I forgot to ask you how your knee was doing, but if you need a modification, you can take a standing pose tree with the knee long. But if your knees are doing okay, you can do Utkatasana. So it's like your heels are getting heavier the lower you get. Now, I was kind of close to the wall and my glutes hit the wall. That's what you would want. You'd want to pretend there's something behind you and your glutes will hit the wall. So as opposed to you going forward, knee biasing, you're glute biasing. Your toes are so light you can lift them and slide a piece of paper under them. Now if you can add on, you can just your torso, not your thighs. You're going to turn your torso towards one wall. Now inhale and go to the other wall, so you're going to hook your elbow. And then you're going to be facing front with your Utkatasana, and then come back up. Now, sometimes there's a blood rush, so let that happen. Kind of, whoa, there it is. Samastitihi. All right, on the next one, it's a possible single leg squat, or you could do your double. So your choice, you could do this again. Maybe you'll go an inch lower this time. Or you can pick up a leg, so I'll do right ankle on the left thigh. Kind of like a pigeon, or kind of like a figure four. 10, 9, soft jaw, 8. Imagine someone's massaging your masseter in your temples. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stand back up with that one leg if you can. Let the blood pressure adjust. And then the other side as you're ready. Inhale. Exhale. Now the possibility was double glute. You would want to feel both legs 50-50. And the other possibility is lift up a foot, ankle on. Now you might have to tuck your chin if you're in a low squat because we don't want any tension back there in the neck. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, beautiful. 7, 8, 9. Now, yeah, very good. That's a good way to do it, Betty. Push and then straighten up. Now let your feet be on the mat. Grab a sip. Samasthiti. Grab a sip. You're going to make sure you have enough room where your legs could be behind you. We're going to inhale and come up, and you're going to have Utkatasana. Now, the hands can come to the sternum, and if you would like, lift up both heels. So you're balancing on all 10 toe heads. 10. Feel your ankles getting stronger. 8. They're working to stay neutral. You're not letting them kick out to the side. Your heels are up if you can. 5. Yep, your heels are off the mat if you can. 4. Yep, 3. 2. Now lower the heels with care. Let your hands down and then put your feet back. Now you're going to bend your elbows until you're on the mat. Now your hands will be beside your hips or your thighs. Palms face the floor. Inhale, lift your ribs. Lift your hands off the mat if they're not already up. And if you would like to lift your toes, you can lift those too. Shalabhasana. There's a gentle retraction between your shoulder blades where the scapula are gently coming together. There's not a big tension there, but there is a contraction. When you inhale, go up with that. Can you feel both legs equally, both hamstrings 50-50, both glutes? The toes, if you were to touch them, they're evenly lifted off the mat. Feel your back, feel the back of your shoulders, and then recover. Now, the hands can come underneath the shoulders and the knees can bend so that you're a windshield wiper movement on the back. That ought to just feel like your low back is getting rid of tension. Now we're going to lower the legs long again. And one hand and then the second hand comes at the low back. It could be you just rest one on the top of the other, or you could interlace and you can lift up here. The toes can come off the mat. Yeah, and let your inhale lift you again. So your shoulders feel like they're getting a little bit more opening. Good, but if it's too much, let them go beside you like we did on that first layer. 10, neck soft. Jaw soft, temples soft, forehead soft. Exhale, lower. Now, if you can switch which hands on the outside, that's great. If that's too much, just stay where you are. Otherwise, inhale, come up. Lift your arms. Can you touch your palms together as if there's a little penny in between your palms and you don't want to drop it? Lift your legs. Soft jaw, soft eyes. 5, and then recover for a moment. Now, either a child's pose, or if you would like to pull your toes under, that's what I'm going to do. You'll get a foot stretch with that child's pose. So push into the floor and stretch out your feet. Your heels are vertical, and if you've been walking in any kind of snow or ice, then you might feel like this is a really good stretch for you, or if you're wearing heavier boots. And then come back down. So if you would like a sip, you're welcome to take it. If you can take it in this position, I'm going to. And your arms can be like a little pillow. Lengthen your left leg up and lower. Lengthen your right leg up and lower. Now one more time, lengthen the left up. I'm doing a little layer. And then the right leg up. Hold. That could be what you do, or if you would like to add on, at first put both legs up and hold them both up. So try to hold. You're building hamstring and glute strength. Hold. And then lower. Now you can do that again, or if you would like to take a locust pose, you'll take your hands like this, you'll interlace them, and the thumb side is on the floor underneath your pelvis, and then you come up in the legs, or just do what we did before. 5, 4, 3, 2, lower. Now we're going to take a child's pose. You can do a knee wide one, which will let that belly go in the middle, and a little inner thigh stretch, diaphragmatic breath. Inhale. And then come to hands and knees. Now when you're in hands and knees, right foot is going to point towards the sky, the sole of the foot. Left hand can reach towards that foot maybe, or maybe you're just going to do an opposite arm, opposite leg reach. If you have your foot, push that quad, so you're contracting your quad so you lift up higher. The hand that's on the floor, we want to push that. We don't want to sink in that shoulder. Good, so lift, lift, lift. Your quad is working here, even though it doesn't look like it from the outside because you're just staying pretty still, but the quad is pushing. If you were to let go, then the foot would fling back behind you. Breathe in. Now lower that hand and that knee. Now your other foot is going to sole the foot face the sky. Now maybe your hand reaches back for that foot or that ankle, and now lift it up. Lift up that thigh. Lift it up. The arm that's on the ground is pushing into the floor so you don't feel like you're collapsing or sinking. Nothing's sinking. Breathe in. Now inhale and lower. Now either a child pose, now you know we've done a few so you can pick your kind, or if you would like to go back, you can keep going back into a Ustrasana, which there's lots of Ustrasanas, but this one I'm cueing is hands on the floor, hips up. Or you could do child pose. 5, 4, good. Lift 3, good. I love it. 2, nice. Let your hips back down. Now take a sip if you'd like. We're going to take the Dhanurasana pose on our belly. So if you would like a sip before then, belly down. Now the Dhanurasana on our belly is bend one knee, kind of like what we did before. Hold on to that foot. Possibly, and you bend the other knee and hold the other foot. So just decide what you'll do and go forward with great care. Here we go. And attention and affection, so the body is receiving a joyous posture, a full breath. You notice you'll move a little bit, so you just let that happen with that breath. Good. Push, your quads are strong, and they're going to push your ankles and your hands into your ankles into your hands. Now lower for a moment and either take the other foot like you are evening up the pose, or do this same posture a second time. Here we go. And it won't be exactly the same because you will feel a little bit more open, a little lighter. Your jaw is softer, your forehead's relaxed. And then really good. Now either a child's pose with the toes curled under, or if you would like, your toes are still under and you sit up on your feet. So, you know, it's got that nickname, toe crush asana. And then if you, if you want more for that foot, for those feet, you could even go back. It's all foot stretch. So what we're doing is layering. Good, 5. I'm curious if your feet feel it with the snow and the ice. And breathe in. Good, and then come back. Now we're going to be taking a squat posture or a happy baby. So please listen to your body. But the squat posture looks a little like this. I'm going to add on the hands. They're so nice. If you put your palms together and then you lower them, you're going to feel those hands and you'll feel the forearms. Yeah. All right, there we go. 5, 4, 3. Now this is a little bit more of a stretch for your hands. If you can put your hands, fingers facing away, and kind of wedge them close to your knee, you can open up one arm and do a rotation. If that's just not working out, do a happy baby. Good, hold, inhale. Now one hand down, fingers towards the back, open up. Good, just touching base or good. Open, open, open. And then come down. Very good. Lower the booty. Take a sip if you'd like. We're going to be heading down. Inhale. And then about a few seconds here. Both feet on the ground. And curl up and down about 5 times. And then stay with your hips are level and either interlace your fingers, walk the shoulder blade flash, or you can take your arms overhead. Good. Now you can even close your eyes here. If you're craving a full chakrasana or back bend, you're welcome to take it. Otherwise, take 5, 4, 3, 2. Now take an inhale and lower your spine down. Now we're going to take a little yogic bicycle. So let me show you modified first with the feet up and then a little right left motion. Now you can also go back to bridge, but if you'd like to take 30 yogic bicycles, you can take those. You could take bridge if you'd like, or you can keep your head down and do vertical legs. All sorts of things. Pull the toes back for the last 15 if that's what you're doing. Inhale and then exhale, and then just take the thighs in, gently hug them in. And then turning sideways towards me, their elbows on the mat. The feet can be staggered, which is one foot on the floor, the other foot on the floor, or stacked, which is one on the other. Come up, and this is Vasisthasana. Wide palm on each hand. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower the hip, other side, Vasisthasana. Feet can be staggered, which is separated, or on top, one on top of the other. Spread out your hands. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower your hip, and we're going to go back to that Vasisthasana. If you care to add on the foot in tree pose on your Vasisthasana, add that on. 1, 2, stretch out everything else. 3, 4, open up that knee. 5, 6, 7, 7. That was good, Shireen. The way you opened your knee towards the back wall. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower the hip with care. Go to the other side. The bottom shoulder is your most important cue. It's down the back. Now, if you're adding on, that foot can be in a tree, which could be calf or it could be inner thigh. So we're strong on those core muscles. Stretch out that hand. Good. Lift your hip a little bit, Michelle, if you can. The bottom hip. Yes. 4. Very good. 3, 2. Now lower down. You can take a normal side plank like we did. You can take a foot behind you in your forearm plank. Or, I know you know where I'm going, you could take that hand and you could keep on going if you want until your hand hits the aloe. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now come back to side, come back to hip, go to the other side. Your hand, you know, I sprinkle in the wrist moves so that if you were to fall, we do have some bone density there, but you can choose what you want. You could do tree, you could do forearm, you could do Maldrasana, you can keep going back, wild thing. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then lower. Very good. Now before we add on, just take a finger forward, or fingers forward, sorry, fingers plural. As you exhale, you can feel the shoulder blades drop. Yeah, pull the fingers way under if you can. And then try the other side. Pull the fingers way under. The shoulders down the back. Everybody looks good. Feel that. And then really good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Good call, Jean. So pull the fingers under, and we're gonna let your exhale release tension, and then pull the fingers under. So you've gotten both sides of your forearms by the end of this. Hands. Nice job. And then just a little release. I want to offer a hip opener, so I'd like you to choose, would you like a pigeon or would you like a lying down figure 4? Please choose what's good for you. So if you're going to do a pigeon with me, oh, grab a sip too if you'd like. I know I would. One option is down dog first, and then the right leg comes way up like three-legged dog. Then the right leg comes forward. And I'm just watching. So Karen, you may grab a pillow so when you're doing a lie down, you get a head position that feels fairly good. If you're coming down, that's super fun. And I like to wiggle a little bit just to kind of loosen up my hip, calm the physiology. Now when you're ready, push up. And if you would like, you can put your fingers behind you and open up, or you could hold on to your foot. You can just play around with that. Yeah, you can hold on to your foot with both hands. Inhale, let that foot down, have some fun. Let's do the other. Good way to move your ankles, Karen. That was good. I meant to cue that. Thank you for doing that. Lift up the other leg if you're in this three-legged down dog, and then your other hip comes forward. Isn't that nice? Good exhale, Jean. It's kind of a natural way to release tension when you give attention to your exhale. So exhale all the tension out. You can come on down, make it comfy, y'all. And good, Karen, you're doing a rock, which you can do that pigeon or you can do it figure 4. It's like a way to release tension. Good. I want you to listen to your body. Your posture may not look exactly like one to the person next to you or like a book. Like, you want to make it work for you. You want to find a place where you can still breathe calmly, where it's effective for your muscles, but your joints feel safe. And then you relax all the muscles you don't need. So for me, jaw, forehead, eyes, the breath. Now we're going to be coming up. If you would like a challenge, when you come up, you don't use your hands. So you could hover your hands and push with your glute. Does that make sense? So I'm going to show you that again, just so that next time we do it, it makes sense. No hands, push. So that's a challenge. It's a glute strengthener. Good. You could interlace your fingers. You could hold on to a foot. And Karen, just roll your ankle and have fun. And you could hold on to your foot with both hands. I want you to just enjoy. And then we're going to let that go, and then we're going to do a down dog. But Karen, we're going to meet you, so you might just stay there. When you're ready, if you're in down dog, step or jump up to your hands, and then tush down. And make sure there's enough room behind you, so when you go down. Now I'm going to offer an eagle twist. The twist is right leg over. Imagine you're sitting in a chair, right leg over. Maybe you'll be able to hook your right toes underneath your shin or your low calf. And then you can lift your hips and scooch them over to the right. Your left hand's on the right thigh, your right arm's out. If that doesn't serve you, a lot of times the correction is pull the knees more underneath your torso so you're in a long line. Or you can just do the twist that we normally do, the knee down twist. Find what works for you. You want to feel your shoulder, chest. I like to feel the low back and the hip in this. The upper back rotation's really important. That's where a lot of us get stiff, and you see people getting rounded over time. But not us. We're doing a lot of mobility, and this is one of those keys for keeping the thoracic spine from getting stiff and rigid and rounded. So let yourself really shoulder blade towards the floor. Palm facing up. Inhale. That one just gets me so good. I hope it gets you so good. And then you're going to unwind. Now, I like to start with the feet on the floor because it's easier to hook that left. But there you go. You can lift up, Michelle. That's right. Left foot underneath the right shin calf area. Scooch the hips over left. Take the knees right. Y'all keep going. I've got a microphone I've got to move so it's not in my hip. Okay, so you keep going. Right hand on that leg unit, left arm out, turn the head that way, but you can shut your eyes. Let me see you. Good. Low back, hip. Now the exhales that release tension. You can bias the exhales and just pour all the tension out of you. You don't need it. When you're ready, gently come back out. And you can take the hand per knee, really soft. You're just gently stirring the pot. So just a little mobility. Synovial fluid and also lymph. There's lymph nodes in that inguinal crease. And then you can take a full body stretch and kind of release any tension. You're just shaking it out. Like if there's any tension, you'll notice it and you'll get rid of it. And then just take a moment to let one hand on the belly and then the other. So when you breathe in through your nose, see if you can feel the belly rise underneath your hands. And then you'll feel from the inside that it's going to go to your ribs and your chest and heart. And now feel that deflate. Breathe in through your nose and let the belly rise under your hands. This is called diaphragmatic breathing. And again, breathe in through your nose. A long, full breath and try to feel your belly expand. And just allow it so you're not forcing anything. Now take 2 more on your own so you can really just be aware like you're riding the wave. And notice how you feel. We're going to gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. You can roll over to a side if you feel like you need more time for blood pressure. Do take that time. Push back up when you're ready and sit any way you want. Sukhasana is cross-legged, or you can do kneeling as long as you feel like you're able to lift up without any effort. So we'll just let your hand go to your heart and your other hand cover that. So now our attention's on our heart, that part of us that's deeper than physical. And we'll just take a moment to make a promise or an intention to it. Today I'm going to be good to my body, good to my mind, good to my spirit. If I start to feel like I'm a little bit out of balance, I know I can come back to that deep diaphragmatic breath, clear my mind, and rejuvenate. So I know I'm responsible for my own wellness, and I can take those times to reclaim that nourishment anytime I need to during the day. And with much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. I hope that felt amazing. I love having you guys in class. Thank you guys so much for coming. Love how we've gotten a variety of classes this week already, starting the new year off right. I hope I see you tomorrow and Friday.